Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between GladHeAteHer and ZeeRax here on Steps of War. We have GladHeAteHer spawning as the red Terran player over here at the 2 o'clock position of Steps of War. Meanwhile, all the way across we have ZeeRax spawning as the green Protoss player on the bottom left hand side. Let's see, I'll call that the 8 or 7.5 position. So 1.5 versus 7.5 here on Steps of War. Now Steps of War is a very small map. So that's one of the things you have to consider in this particular matchup. Since it is such a small map, it is prone to rushes. There's been a couple games where I've been Zergling rushed very early, and that's been very difficult to take out. You have to really micro your units very well. Taking a look at ZeeRax getting this pylon over here to the north side of his nexus, now getting that chrono boost, trying to get a little bit of an economic start. Taking a look at GladHeAteHer now getting that supply depot in position, most likely going to start building a barracks right here in order to try to finish off this wall. And so we'll see how this, there is that barracks. So barracks now coming into play. Probe now going to be running in and perhaps either trying to do some scouting or trying to harass that one SCV. If that one SCV is harassed, it makes it a little bit more difficult for the Terran player to even try to get his that orbital command, as that SCV needs to come off. That another SCV coming in from that main mineral is trying to take down that one particular probe, also getting another supply depot in position. Partially doing that supply depot, so that supply depot is sitting at 39 hit points, and that probe will not be able to get out. So very nicely done by GladHeAteHer in order to force that probe to really have nowhere to go. Taking a look at the supply depot now lowered, gonna start building a barracks and start raise that back up. Take this SCV most likely gonna go ahead and move out to scout in order to take it back. It does not look like he's ordering to scout. It looks like he's trying to perhaps activate the Zelnaga watchtower or perhaps build some. Is he doing a proxy? He's doing a proxy barracks. Okay, so GladHeAteHer doing a proxy barracks, and we're going to see a very heavy rush of Marine now out and running about against that single probe. Probe still trying to scamper about, trying to figure out what exactly the strategy is. In fact, is going to be trying to get as much sight as possible. That probe down to 16 hit points, down to 10. And still that Marine, as long as it's able to cut those corners a little bit more effectively, trying to force that probe to stop. Another Marine now in position, but that Marine not moving out. Taking a look at this barracks nearing completion. So we'll see if we have to get a reactor core and probe gets destroyed, so that Marine gets that first kill. Coming back over here, we have gateways, dual gateways and stalkers being produced. Warp gate now trying to be upgraded. Double pylon. I don't see any additional expansions, and this is a secondary barracks. Okay, a secondary barracks now coming into position, and he also canceled his Vespian geyser. So he showed that in fact that he was going for a geyser when he in fact was not going for triple barracks. This is going to be a very heavy, just pure Marine rush. Taking a look at this, we have 5 Marines sitting off on that on this side behind this wall, and more Marines being produced here. Taking a look at the army, you can already see the army difference: 500 versus 225. So that's 1 zealot and 1 stalker against essentially 11 Marines. More stalkers now being warped in as well, but those stalkers are not going to be a fairly good counter. SCVs now moving out, so SCV is going to act as that wall in order to try to stop those zealots and those stalkers, and this is going to be very devastating. More Marines still being produced, and taking a look at this is an all or nothing attack. GladHeAteHer only mining with 2 additional units. SCVs running in, and this is going to be an SCV rush for the ages. We'll see how this is really going to work out, as those SCVs now trying to circle around that gateway. Quickly getting focused down by those Marines. Marines, if they're able to take it down, is going to really be able to do something here. SCVs now trying to run around. Probes trying to do a little bit of a fighting. Marines just doing a great job just fighting back and just trying to focus down those stalkers. Marines now able to focus down, trying to do a little bit of a shift click on those units. A single warp gate zealot now being warped in, but those SCVs pushing around, and that's going to be GG. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick replay here on Steps of War.